Hey guys, Ben from Blues Roulette. Just want to shoot a little video today about arpeggiating the major scale and why it's so important for your hands, your ears, and your brain. The first technique that I continue to go back to all the time is arpeggios and arpeggiating the major scale. It's good for your brain, it's good for your hands and your technique around playing up and down the neck, but it's also, as you get more comfortable with it, it's really great to help you understand how to connect chords and what your note choices and selections can be. But without getting too geeky and technical about it, I just want to show you what I mean by arpeggiating the major scale. So I'm just going to go up all of the arpeggiations based off the G major scale. So the G major scale, that's not rocket science to anybody, that should not be blowing your brain, but so they are the arpeggiations from the scale. So you got a G major, A minor, B flat minor, C major, D7, E minor, F sharp diminished, and G major again. By getting comfortable with the arpeggiations around any one chord or any one point of the G major scale, you get really comfortable with your guide tones and really comfortable with all your other note choices. That's obviously just G, but you can start from anywhere and go anywhere, and it just helps connect the dots, or it did for me. It was a really big pivot point for me really early on. I still use it every time I pick the instrument up. It's still really, really important. The reason that arpeggiation is super important for your hands as a bass player is getting comfortable and opening up your hand and opening up the neck and moving around the instrument and not tripping over yourself. I had a really hard time going back and having to teach myself this stuff because I played for so long without thinking about technique and thinking about what was happening kind of theoretically around the chords that I was playing and the scales that I was playing. So I had a really hard time teaching myself. If I can give you one piece of advice, it is to take the physical stuff that you're doing seriously, so you don't hurt yourself. The reason that arpeggios are so good for your ears is all to do with relevance to the notes around it. A note on its own is a note on its own. A note in a scale or in an arpeggiation becomes right and or wrong. There is a right way to arpeggiate G major and a wrong way to arpeggiate G major. Now, when you've got your scale down and you're playing your arpeggios across the scale, your ear starts getting really good at picking out the bum notes or the notes that aren't relative. There's no easy way to learn that. You've just got to put the time in, and arpeggios are a great way for a bass player to train their ear. So the reason that arpeggios are so great for your brain is kind of a mix of both of the first two things I was talking about. Muscle memory, your ear training, but kind of, if you've got all your arpeggios down, you can kind of find yourself in the dark, because the second you've got two notes, you know what they are relative to everything else that's going on. So you know what chord you're playing, you know where you are in the scale, and you can find yourself. And those are micro decisions that start happening when your muscle memory's good and your ear's on fire. So arpeggios are the first step to that goal. Thanks for watching. Arpeggios, the building blocks of everything. I'm sure people will have questions and comments. Please reach out below in the bar where you can comment on YouTube or on Facebook or whatever. Reach out to me. Blues Roulette, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you soon. Be well. There are the right note choices for a major and the wrong right. So I'll just stop it up and we'll get it done.
Well, yeah.
There's something about talking about music theory that scares the out of me. No, I'm well off point. If I can give anyone one piece of advice, it's take the ergon. Is that your?
Yeah.
Go and move your car. Where are you parked?
Action.
How you doing when you say action? I am. No, that's good. I was about to go off on a ramble. I need to stop saying I just wanted to share a couple of sort of technique exercises. Neil just asked a great question, which is, what's a guide tone?
To use.
Yep.
So Neil, delete everything
Before all of it.